You know what is absolutely insane about the Epstein file vote? Next week, the House is going to vote on it. It then has to go to Senate. If it gets through Senate and it goes to Trump, he very obviously is going to veto it. Do you know how many votes, at least in Senate, it takes to override his veto? 67.
That didn't age very well. If I'm right, actually, the Epstein list has to come out within the next 2 weeks from now, doesn't it? Can't wait to see what you libs have to say then.
When you have a leader, when you have a government that attacks people that are different from them, you are going to be on the chopping block at some point because you are not exactly like them. At some point, you're going to disagree with them. It doesn't matter if you look like them. It doesn't matter if you talk like them. There's going to be some point in the future, some policy, some rule that they give out that you disagree with. And because you disagree with them, you have now become like the people that were subjugated prior to you. You are never safe when you are trying to align yourself with a dictator fascist government. How hard is that to understand? In a patriarchy, men who respect women and get respected by women are often ostracized. In a heteronormative society, straight people who co-sign the rights of gay people are often ostracized. In a religious environment, those who are religious that don't believe in forcing their religion on others are often ostracized. It doesn't matter if you meet the status quo. If you don't act the status quo and act like those in power, you will be ostracized. You will be other. You will become that subjugated group. How hard is it to understand? You are never safe under a fascist dictator government. Hello?
I don't care. Does Jesus love this? If Jesus really loved me, Donald Trump would be dead too. If Jesus really loved me, I wouldn't have depression. So there's that.
Getting ready to go on a date. Little coffee date. Huh? Feel cute today. And I hope she likes me.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not even pro-choice, I'm pro-abortion. No, get the abortion. We don't need to talk about it anymore. Should I kill it? I'm pro-abortion. You should get the abortion. Get 5 abortions, get your 6th one 50% off. That's what.
And I just want you to know, as soon as I hear the word female come out of your mouth when you're speaking about a human woman, nothing else you say will ever hold any weight or importance in my mind. You might as well just shut up.
I would kindly suggest to this young lady, next time before she jumps in front of a camera and presses the record button, that she takes a towel and maybe wipes off her face. You're very shiny. This seems to be a new talking point now with the liberals. I don't want to hear you call a woman a female. And the only thing that comes to mind, what they're really trying to say is trans women are women. I mean, I could be wrong, but I really don't think I am. I have no issue if somebody wants to say, hey, you're a male. Yeah, that's correct. I am a human male. You're a human female. You're a human male. I don't have any issue with that whatsoever. So I really don't think I'm wrong here. When the liberal community starts getting picky with language being used, there's usually always some type of narrative behind it. For example, they tried to stop us from saying pregnant woman. They wanted us to replace that with birthing person. They wanted us to stop saying breastfeeding and replace it with chest feeding. And now this new thing where they have an issue with calling a woman a female, put 2 and 2 together.
Today seems like a good day to remind you that there are no underage girls. They are children.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my leprosy. Oh, hey. All the cool kids being taking tests before they being having sex. That's right. You want to be in checking for the STI before you being enjoying the ride. Order, discharge, bitter and sore can be turning into something more. Disease it. But if you being having disease it, that okay. You can still be in pleasing. You just have to be in wrap it up before you go in. It's not gonna ruin the moment. So next time you wanna be in get your feet on, just be in remembering. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, just show me your test result.
My challenge to anybody who is still a diehard Trump supporter is to make a video and with a straight face tell everybody that you would have been okay with Obama or Biden being best friends and in contact with a convicted sex trafficker while they were still the president.
I really hate Donald Trump. I've recorded this. I like doing this because I just record these over and over and over again, and it actually does kind of calm me down. You know, it's like I play them back and I'm like, okay, all right, relax. I'm still here. We're still here. But I think about the people in Ukraine, and I think about our European allies, our Canadian allies, Mexico, countries that we have built relationships with in spite of the worst history, you know. And we're turning our back on all these people. Millions of people have come to depend on us, rely on the United States of America. We're just turning our back on these people so Donald Trump can be king. Can play king. I mean, if you're a Republican, how do you live with yourself? It's so stupid.
Getting mad when people use the term pregnant people is so bizarre to me, because are the people not pregnant? Are the people not pregnant? Hello? And I know they just want to be like, well, just say women. Just say women. Well, diva, it's not just women. But y'all don't want to get into that, right? Y'all don't even care about that conversation. But also, are women people? That's a thinker, right? That's a big doozy. Are women people? More at noon. Women can get pregnant. Also, some women can't get pregnant. Also, other people also get pregnant, right? People are getting pregnant. Are women not included in the people that get pregnant? Are women people? Are people getting pregnant? Are people who are not women also getting pregnant? Yes. So are people getting pregnant? Yes. Hence the term pregnant people. Also, it's simply just expanding the word choices. It's simply just expanding. It's like a thesaurus, right? We're using more words. Well, I'm just feeling very sad. No, you're feeling upset. And that's the only word. The word sad doesn't exist. You can only use the word upset. What?
Perfect example of everything I was just talking about. She's trying to choose our language for. So yeah, you can't call them a pregnant woman. It's pregnant people. This person can get pregnant. That person can't get pregnant, but this person can get pregnant. Women can get pregnant. Biological men cannot. A biological man can dress up and appear as a woman and even feel as a woman. And that applies directly to the individuals in the trans community that do have genuine gender dysphoria, where they truly feel, ever since they were even at younger ages, that they are the opposite sex of what they are. But unfortunately, that does not make it real. So yes, if you're a biological man that feels more comfortable presenting themselves as a woman, okay, good on you. But that does not make that individual an actual woman. And the other choice of word that they do not want us to use, a female. See, this is a perfect example of what the problem is here in society nowadays. When it comes to, can the trans community and regular people just get along? They can. There's no problem with getting along whatsoever. We do not want to have people like this trying to force terms and language down our throat that we are allowed to and not allowed to use. So if that's what it takes for the trans community to feel comfortable in society, that other people have to have their rights infringed upon, rights that have always been there, language that we've always used, if that's got to be infringed for these communities to get along together, that's a problem. I mean, it's only common sense. If you're going to introduce a new element into society, that element must adapt to survive in that society. You don't change all of society to make the new element fit. It just does not make sense. So once the trans community and all of the woke liberals out there that try to affirm everything that they do, once they can grasp this and get some common sense back, then everybody can get along just fine.
What's happening, family? Hey man, we not going off no motherfucking words no more. We going off pure action, only motherfucking action. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Yeah, it sound real good. Yeah, I hear you. But I don't see none of it yet. I don't see what the fuck is you doing. You just talking. It's just all that chatter and shit. Man, I don't see no action behind it. All I see is a bunch of this. No motherfucking action. And I don't know how am I supposed to believe you when all you doing is talking, and then on top of that, what you saying ain't even actually adding up, because you're not doing nothing. You're just talking. You're just chit-chatting, you know? We not fucking believing none of that shit no more, man. We got pure action. That's all we believe in is pure action. So stand on what the fuck you say, man. Stand on all 10, motherfucker. All gas, no brakes, looking in the fucking windshield, not the rear view, because what's behind us is fucking much less important than what's in front of us, you feel me? So like I said, man, if you want to talk to me anymore, Hey, you gonna have to show me action, because there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers running around here yip-yapping and shit, but don't mean nothing to come out their fucking mouth, man. Just talking out the side of their neck. I don't want to hear that shit, man. You just chirping, motherfucker. Go sit up on the power line. That's all you doing is chirping, for real. I need the action behind what the fuck you talking about. I say.
I rarely just like look at my ear tattoos, and I just did, and I was like, wow, they're actually so fucking cute. Look at this. And then this one, I like the little thing on the inside. How cute. I have such cute tattoos. What the fuck?
Boomer parents will defend and compliment old orange sack more than they will actually communicate with their own children. Communicate.
Riddle me this. How come every Nazi and white supremacist seem to vote Republican?
I do genuinely believe if you can't engage with something without assuming malice in its every action, then you shouldn't engage with it at all. It's okay to hate something or somebody. It's okay to criticize things. But if you interpret every single thing related to it as inherently bad, cruel, out to do harm, then I'm not going to be able to take you seriously, because you are not criticizing, you are reaching.
So quick question here. I'm a little bit curious. Does that also apply for Trump supporters? Does it apply for MAGA? Does it apply for the people that wear the red hats? I mean, you just said it yourself, right? You can't attach malice to something just because of what it is and just assume that it's a bad thing, right? But the weird thing is, that's what you liberals all do. As soon as you find out somebody's MAGA or a Trump supporter, you instantly assume that they're racist and they're bigots, that they want to take all your rights away and that they're really, really bad people. But you just said that you can't take people seriously that automatically attach malice to a certain person or a certain object. Which, going by your logic here, that should mean that you cannot take anybody in the liberal population seriously. That's just what you were saying. That's what that means, right? I mean, that's your logic. Just saying.
Oh no, you can't respond like that. That's your uncle. They're family. Aren't I family? So why do they get to act sideways to me first, and when I respond, suddenly I'm the bad guy? No, I'm reacting in kind, baby. This is 2025. We're breaking generational curses. Hook, line, sinker, and root and stem, baby. If you want peace, well then I'm about to be a peacekeeper, right? In the exact formative way. Because these hands are express shipping to make sure next holiday season they...
I overheard someone say monogamy was rooted in insecurity. I hate it here. I fucking hate it here. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I'm speechless. What do you mean by that?
Hey, crazy, like, controversial opinion, but even if you're lazy, you still deserve to eat food. Crazy. I know. What?
So does anyone else think that it's weird that Prince Andrew just is no longer a prince and, like, lost his house and his job and everything he has, and our president, who did all of the same things, is building a ballroom in the house that we are paying for?
Our government will zip tie children and drag them out of their homes naked and throw them into vans. But trans people are the real danger to kids. Our government will cover up, aggressively do everything they can to cover up child abuse, child sexual assault. But trans people are the real danger to kids. Our government will bomb children gleefully overseas, but trans people are the real danger to kids.
Don't pretend like you care about children. I mean, you're obviously infatuated and completely fixed on the trans community. You're bringing up that building that was raided, and I believe it was Chicago a few months ago. There was no children. That was actually a police officer playing with his son. And months after the fact, you've had plenty of time to stumble upon this, to realize that that was not a real video. I mean, the video itself was real. It was really a father playing with his son, but it had nothing to do with migrant children being pulled out of their beds in the middle of the night like they tried to let you all believe. I mean, if you really did care about children so much, how come you were not opening up your mouth mouth during the Biden administration when they lost over 300,000 children that crossed that border. You didn't really seem to give a shit about kids then. But now that Trump is in charge, you want to try and use children as your talking point. When it comes to children being killed by bombs, if I recall correctly, during Barack Obama's presidency, he dropped like over 16,000 bombs, I think on like 6 or 7 different countries. Pretty sure some children got harmed there as well. Not trying to justify it in any way. Believe me when I say I do not ever want to see a child be harmed anywhere on the planet. The difference is between people like you and people like us is when we say we do not want to see children harmed, we actually mean it. You are the party where your number one focus when it came to voting for somebody was reproductive freedoms, the right to keep having abortions whenever you want to. You guys put more effort into protesting to defend turkeys on Thanksgiving than you do for unborn children. So any leftist, liberal, Democrat sitting there trying to use children as a talking point goes in one ear and right out the other when it comes to us. It's the same thing like you guys trying to preach religion to us. And the sad thing is, this should be a valid talking point for anybody, any human being, anybody with a heart, anybody with an actual soul, anybody with some common sense, anybody who is pro-life. If you're not pro-life, what does that make you?
Hey MAGA, is your life better? Has the price of eggs gone down? Did you get your SNAP benefits? Are you still supporting the orange turd? Yeah, these are questions you have to ask yourself. I tried to tell you, but you wouldn't listen. How many of you are standing in those lines waiting for food? All because you wanted Trump to run the country. Now you're suffering. You being a racist put you in this position. I hope you're happy.
Y'all are putting up fucking 10-foot Christmas trees, buying 50,000 gifts, talking about going on shopping fucking hauls and shopping fucking sprees when people still can't afford housing, when people still can't afford food, when people still don't have a place to fucking live, when our government is actively tearing the United States apart. I'm fucking sorry. I don't give a fuck about your goddamn Christmas video, Susan. You're out of touch with fucking reality. I'm not too fucking woke. I'm too fucking broke.
Sorry, it's just hard to swallow your fucking bullshit. It's hard to wash down all the bullshit you keep telling me.
I'll tell you what, there's nothing like waking up in the morning and not being a pussy-ass liberal.
Does feel nice.
Instead of rage baiting your conservative family members this Thanksgiving, get them to agree to leftist talking points without realizing it. Do this by using the language that conservative propaganda has primed them to understand, and then you invert the meaning of it. So instead of saying, we should tax the rich, say, you know what, I think we should end socialism for the 1%. Tax the rich seems like a compelling slogan, but nobody in America likes taxes, and everyone in America wants to be rich. But socialism for the 1%? Well, that's something that sounds very un-American. And they ask you what you mean by that. You just say, well, I just don't think it's fair that normal, everyday, hardworking Americans like us have to pay way more in taxes than these billionaires. And then you leave it at that. You don't push the argument. You plant the seed, and you don't try and go for the slam dunk and be like, well, you just agreed to a leftist policy proposal. Your job is not to berate, it's to persuade. Many conservatives, especially working class conservatives, are victims of propaganda. And it's your job to understand that and to use it to your advantage. Here's another one. You can say, man, I wish the feds would stop persecuting Christians with my tax dollars. This is sure to get a positive reaction. And when they ask you what precisely you mean by Christian persecution, you bring up the pastor who was pepper sprayed and maced by ICE while trying to protect immigrants in his church. Better yet, don't mention ICE and don't mention migrants. Just call them federal agents. American conservatives already have pretty negative views about other federal agencies like the IRS. Another twist on this is that you could say, instead of, I think it's really messed up that our tax dollars are going to wage a genocide in Palestine, you would say, I'm really upset that my tax dollars are persecuting Christians in Jesus' birthplace. And then, instead of talking about Palestine, talk about Bethlehem. and Nazareth. Explain how Christians are persecuted and preventing from caring about their daily activities and practicing their religion in peace because of an occupation. Then express your dissatisfaction with American tax dollars going to a foreign government to persecute Christians. Whatever you do, don't end that by saying, and that's why we gotta stop giving money to Israel. Just let it stay in their minds, plant the seed, and let it germinate. I am not saying you're gonna have a lot of success with it. I'm saying it may be one of the only things left that you haven't tried. I was raised a conservative Christian in the Deep South, and I'm telling you that this is the type of language that my people are going to find appealing. Plus, rage bait doesn't get you anywhere. It just throws people's guards up and makes them immediately hate you.
All right, so I'm not going to sit here and pick apart the context of everything that he's talking about. I'm really not going to give him that much credit here. The fact that you think that you could just simply sit there and reverse engineer your talking points to fool conservatives and that they're actually going to bite and they're actually going to fall for it, yet you're still using a whole bunch of leftist terms and talking points. You don't think somebody would be able to see right through that? It's really important that you liberals understand one thing here. It's going to be really, really hard for you guys to stomach this because you guys are so highly educated with your critical thinking and pattern recognition, always telling us that we should read books and whatnot. We're just a bunch of dumb Trump supporters, right? But the truth is, here it is. I don't know if you guys are ready. We are much smarter than you guys. Now, I know for you liberals out there, hearing those words does a couple things. If you were drinking a coffee, you probably just spit it out. You probably almost choked. Some of you got triggered and angry that this guy's sitting here who's a Trump supporter who actually thinks that he's smarter than you. But I mean, bottom line is we just really are. Let me give you guys a quick example. If you put us in, say, some type of like Mad Max dystopian world, and you had the liberal civilization living over here, and they had the conservative civilization living over there, who do you think would live longer? Who do you think has more common sense and survival instinct and who's just a hell of a lot smarter when it comes to self-preservation? See, the funny thing is you guys truly believe it when you tell yourselves that we sit there and we get all propagandized watching Fox News and we believe everything Donald Trump says and we can't see through any of the bullshit and that we have been mentally programmed and propagandized right out of our ass. And that's great. You guys can sit there and think whatever you want because we see right through you. Liberals have truly proven on a daily basis, every single day, you guys jump on TikTok, you jump on X, you make your posts with all your vulgar language, you make your stupid, silly videos. Every single day, you guys prove to the entire world that you are probably the dumbest civilization of human beings on the face of the earth. And I mean, videos like this one right here proves it. The fact that you guys can sit there and think that all you have to do is just reverse engineer a talking point and present it to us backwards. And we're going to be like, oh, you're absolutely right. The fact that you guys think that we are dumber than you actually works to our advantage on a daily basis. All right, guys, that is all she wrote. If you guys are new to the channel and you're not subscribed as of yet, please consider doing so. If not, if you can like the video, share the video, interact with it in one way or another, it'll be greatly appreciated. Of course, I still have one more clip lined up for you guys. You guys take care. Till next video. Have a good one, guys.
My orange-flavored meowing rat is threatening self-death. This morning I woke up to the sound of him chewing rubber. Sure enough, I opened my eyes to see him on the nightstand with a hair tie wrapped around his teeth because I didn't feed him in time. I am so sorry I wanted to sleep in a little on a Saturday. It blows my mind he can't just be patient or wake me up. No, he has to take it upon himself to find the first thing he deems edible. Tetra and Jojo just wait patiently. But Tubby here can't help himself. I'm not sure what looks so tasty about a black circle. Maybe it smelled good from my hair product. I don't know. Either way, here's where I made my mistake. Trusting him. I take the hair tie away to prevent the four-legged toddler from choking himself, as one does. Pushed him off the nightstand, put the hair tie back on the table. Told him to stop being dumb. He doesn't know what that means. I went back to sleep for a little bit. Stop kissing your sister. But when I woke up, the hair tie was gone. I looked around for it, couldn't find it, so I can only assume he came back to finish the job. And now the vet is telling me there's really nothing I can do besides monitor him for puking and lethargy. Excellent. Let me monitor him for lethargy. Does he look lethargic to you? Yes, literally always. So now I guess we just have to wait a few days to see if he needs to be cut open. Follow me if you like cats, I guess.